Ever tried to boil an egg at 29,000 feet? Spoiler alert, it's not a cracking idea. You see, at such high altitudes the air pressure is so low that water boils at a much cooler temperature than at sea level. This means that your perfectly timed 3-minute egg could end up more on the runny side, or worse, still raw. But it's not just your breakfast that's affected. High altitudes can also have some surprising effects on our bodies. The thin air can leave us gasping for breath. And some people might even experience altitude sickness, which can cause headaches, dizziness, and nausea. But don't worry. Your body will eventually adjust to the lower oxygen levels, though that might take a few days. So, while the idea of sipping a cup of tea while gazing at towering peaks might sound tempting, remember, high altitudes come with their own set of challenges. So, next time you're planning on cooking breakfast on top of a mountain, remember, you might be better off with cereal. Now, imagine living at such heights where boiling an egg becomes a science experiment. Sounds fun, right? Welcome to life in the world's highest city, where every breath is a victory and your morning jog could qualify as extreme sports. This high-altitude paradise is none other than La Rinconada, Peru, sitting pretty at over 5 kilometers above sea level. You may wonder, how do people even survive up there? Well, let's just say they've mastered the art of living on the edge, literally. Picture this. You're strolling through the city, surrounded by the majestic Andes while your lungs are working overtime. It's not your usual cityscape, but hey, it's all part of the high life. Now, if you're a coffee aficionado, you might need to rethink your morning brew. See, water boils at a lower temperature up here, so you might end up with a lukewarm latte. And you thought your barista had it tough. And how about a friendly game of soccer? Well, forget friendly. At these heights, it's more like an extreme sport. Even the most seasoned athletes might find themselves gasping for breath after a short sprint. But don't let these challenges fool you. The people of La Rinconada are as resilient as they come, thriving in conditions that would leave the rest of us gasping for air. So, if you thought your morning commute was tough, just imagine doing it with half the oxygen. But it's not all about struggling to catch your breath or boil eggs. Living on top of the world has its perks. Now imagine waking up every day to a panoramic view that leaves you breathless, and not just because of the thin air. Picture the sun rising over snow-capped peaks, painting the sky with hues of gold and purple. This is a daily spectacle for the inhabitants of the world's highest city. But the views are just the tip of the iceberg, or should we say the peak of the mountain? The city's vibrant culture is as captivating as its landscapes. The streets are alive with the sound of music, the aroma of local delicacies, and the bustling of artisans at work. It's like a never-ending festival, a celebration of life in the clouds. Here, life takes on a different pace. It's as if time, just like the people, has adapted to the altitude. The daily grind, more like a daily climb, and the morning rush hour, it's more about avoiding the local llama herd than being stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic. And let's not forget about the starry nights. With less air and light pollution, the night sky is a stargazer's paradise. It's like having front-row seats to the universe's greatest light show. Sure, you might need to pack an extra sweater or two, but the views, they are definitely Instagram-worthy. So, are you ready to pack your bags and move to the highest city on Earth? Now hold your horses. Let's recap what we've learned. Living at this altitude isn't all about the breathtaking views and the exhilarating feeling of being on top of the world. It's a lifestyle that's not for the faint-hearted. You need to be part mountain goat to navigate those steep streets, and remember, oxygen is a luxury up here, not a guarantee. But even with the challenges, the charm of the high life is undeniable. The crisp air, the pristine environment, the sense of living life literally on the edge, it's a unique experience that's hard to match. And hey, if you ever get bored, you can always take up mountaineering as a hobby. But here's a thought to ponder. If the highest city on Earth is already this fascinating, what could be waiting for us in the highest city off Earth? Mars, anyone?